Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Ukrainians claim that they were able to shoot down a Russian strategic bomber over the territory of Russia as it was returning from a mission of bombardment in Ukraine. The plane is a Tu-22M3 bomber. I will show you tons of pictures of this bomber. I will show you the location, which is northeast of Crimea a little bit, about between actually 300 and 400 kilometers away from the front, which is very interesting because that tells us a little bit what kind of missile it was used. Now, this is what the Ukrainians claim and more. The four pilots tried to eject the airplane, but I will tell you the details in a minute. One actually died, the other one escaped, let's put it this way, were successful. Now, is it possible, probable? Let me show you the location. Let me show you the reports coming from the Ukrainians and the Russians, because the Russians obviously have a different narrative than being attacked and hit by a Ukrainian/NATO missile. I don't think it was hit by the Ukrainians. I think either it was an accident, and if it was hit by NATO, not by the Ukrainians, with the Ukrainian finger. That's all. I want to make an analogy here, but I will not make. It's like something riding a bike. You know who that something is? Okay. So we start with this article first. Associated Press, April 19, 2024. Ukraine claims it shot down a Russian strategic bomber as Moscow's missiles kill 8 Ukrainians. So this bomber attacked, was part of the mission to attack Ukraine, and these guys claimed it, these guys being the Ukrainians, claimed that they shot one of them down as it was returning to its base. Ukraine's Air Force claimed Friday it shot down a Russian strategic bomber, but Moscow officials said the plane crashed in a sparsely populated area due to a malfunction after a combat mission. There are some videos over there. I will just show you some other things because YouTube doesn't really like those kind of videos, even though it's not a strike or anything. It's just a plane who just goes down like this. I will show you. Neither claim could be independently verified. What could be verified is that one Tu-22M3 collapsed, fell down from the skies. Previous Ukrainian claims of shooting down Russian warplanes during their more than 2 years have met with silence or denials from Moscow. What they're supposed to do? To say yes? Now, next is from Ukrainska Pravda, the same date today, April 19th. Tu-22M3 strategic bomber downed 300 kilometers from Ukraine, intelligence says video. Now, keep this in mind, 300, okay? 300. We're going to have another one again from the intelligence that is more than 300. Now, remember again, 300 kilometers from Ukraine. Now, obviously, Ukraine considers Ukraine, right, and still considers it right till here. Let me get myself out of this. So they consider Ukraine as it used to be, all the way here. So 300 kilometers from here there. So from here to here is about what? 50, 70 kilometers or something. So add that to the distance. So let's see this beautiful plane here. All right, and in the meantime, let me show my face. This is the plane, and we're gonna see a lot of pictures of this Tu-22. One of Tu-22M3 strategic bombers which carried out a missile strike against Ukraine overnight on April 19th was downed as a result of special operation by Defense Intelligence of Ukraine in cooperation with the country's Air Force and NATO being the main actor. Let's put it this way. This is like you go and give someone, okay, you see the target's over there, here is my weapon, You take your little finger here, the other one, okay, all right, look through this right here. When you see it, when you're ready, you see it over there. Let me see. Okay, now you come over here, over there, and now you push that trigger. You got it down, man. Yeah. That's how it works in Ukraine when these missiles hit some important targets. That's how I see it, and I'm 99.9 certain exactly that's the way it functions. My assessment as a free human being. The intelligence services noted that Russian Tu-22 M3 aircraft has been successfully down at a distance of about 300 kilometers away from Ukraine by the same asset that previously hit a Russian A-50 long-range radar detection aircraft, according to Ukraine's Kapravda sources. This was the long-range S-200 anti-aircraft missile, S-200. And they downed those ones over the Azov Sea area, they claim, over here in this area, and one over here. I think they claim they downed two of them at one point. So let's go to the next article, but let's look at the S-200s. All right, but this is that particular article where they say that S-200 hit the A-50 radar detection airplane. So here I was checking on S-200 missile systems to see their range. Remember, they said 300 kilometers and it's going to be 400. So we have it here. The S-200, that is probably the lowest end, is 160 kilometers range. Then S-200V, range 250 kilometers. That's the maximum. This is again 280 kilometers. So this is below 300, they say approximately. Then you have here range 300 kilometers. And then you have 240 kilometers. And then here range 300 kilometers. They keep it obviously in that range with their statements, with their, where is that? Right there. They keep it within the range, so they can't claim it was an American made or a French made or British made weapon, like it matters, you know. But anyway, let's see. Let me see something here. Anyway, Ukrainian defenders downs Russian Tu-22 M3 strategic bomber, we already said, for the first time, video. And it's a long-range strategic bomber that carries Kh-22 cruise missiles. And for the first time, they destroyed it, pop, pop, pop. And this is a picture of the video, the start of it. It's just that plane that just spirals down, and that's all you're going to see. It's just going down like this and nothing else. But YouTube has, its pussy hurts, so then you don't do anything about it. So Russia launched Kh missiles from Tu-22 M3 aircraft. So Mozdok military airfield, North Ossetia, Russia, is located near the border with Stavropol Krai, where these strategic bombers of Russia aerospace forces are based. So here is where they are, right here. East of, this is where the base is, east of the Crimean Peninsula. So if we're going to look on this map, it should be in this area here. Stavropol in this area. So this is where, in this area right here east of the Kerch Bridge. So let's see where we are. Over here. The border with the okay, next article. The same, one crew member killed. Photo and video, not photo of the guy. And they said that, as I said, the Russians have using this aircraft. One crew member has been killed with efforts underway to locate a missing pilot. The same video with the spiraling down, pop, pop, pop. Next, the same article with the same information, nothing extraordinary. And let's go to next one. Now this one is interesting. Why? This is the airplane, which is beautiful. It's interesting, this article from Associated Press, because it's gonna tell us a different distance. Again, look, the title is Ukraine says it downed Russian long-range strategic bomber, and we have here the plane crashed in the region of Krasnogvarderitsky district, the government said, around 400 kilometers now from the eastern edge of Crimea. So if from the eastern edge of Crimea, it's the same, the territory, if you want to look at it here. So now they say from Crimea. God damn it. This map is good because it shows where the hostilities are occurring and all that, but it's not too big. So from here, 400 kilometers. So from here, 400 kilometers that way, or probably from here, 400. It's still 400 versus, remember the second article, 300 kilometers down, 300 kilometers from, and these guys say 400, around 400 kilometers. Now, when you say around 400 kilometers, you don't say 480 or 320. They should be close to 400. So, and the last article that I have here is with the Russian report on this, how they see it. Sputnik. Technical malfunction resulted in crash of Tu-22MR plane in Stavropol, like what the hell, Stavropol region, Defense Ministry. Beautiful, the same thing with wings that have a different angle depending on the speed of the plane and maneuverability, of course. So it says that this Tu-22M3 crashed in Russia's territory while returning to a home airfield after completing a combat mission. The ministry added that according to preliminary information, the plane has crashed as a result of a technical malfunction. So it's crashed in the territory, combat mission while returning to its home airfield. The pilots have ejected. 3 crew members have been evacuated by a search and rescue team. A search for 1 pilot is currently underway. There was no ammunition on board. The plane has crashed in a deserted area. There is no damage on the ground, the minister said in a statement. 2 pilots of the crashed plane were transported to hospital. According to the latest information, the 3rd pilot evacuated from the crash scene died. The search for the 4th crew member is underway. All right. They're going to find him in the wreckage somewhere, evaporated over there. So, the fact is, Tu-22M3 was crashed. It crashed. Now, was it because of a missile from the Ukrainians? Possible. Probable. I give it at least 50%. That is probable. And the other alternative is just a malfunction. The reality is they lost 1 airplane returning from a mission. We're going to find out never, because this side will say this side will say the other thing. I don't think it was an S-200, but what else could have been? We know the Storm Shadow missiles are going, what, about 200 kilometers or so. So that can't be one. Whatever it was, if it was, it completed the job. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.